6:30 remaining, first quarter. Today's pivotal play is also a nominee for Coaching Chess Move of the Year. Wait, what's this? Cornerback J.C. Jackson abandons the gunner on the bottom of the screen. And from the top of the screen, Jonathan Jones looms as well. 10 potential Patriots rushers. And only 8 Bills to block them. So what to do? A. Potentially call the Patriots' bold dare and throw the ball down here to the gunner with only Patriots return man, Gunnar Olszewski, between him and the end zone. B. They could bring the corners in tight to the formation in a max protect situation and then match the numbers, 10 Patriots for 10 Bills blockers. C. They could go back to the sideline and call timeout, regrouping and figuring out what to do about this unusual situation. Or they could choose D. None of the above. Snap the ball and oh no! J.C. Jackson unabated to the punter. Matthew Slater scoops the block on the short hop and touchdown Patriots. Now from another view. 5 Patriots on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Only 3 Bills to block them. This can't end well. And here we see J.C. Jackson. No one to block him. Straight to the punter. Block. Scoop. And score.
What factors could have been responsible for the Patriots being willing to make such a bold and unusual gambit? Well, first of all, punter Corey Bojorquez himself was in Patriots camp in 2018 prior to going to the Bills. And maybe in his time with the team, they saw something to suggest that he isn't much of a threat to throw the football. Secondly, reporter Phil Perry points out that there was information in prior Bills game film that might have been helpful in the Patriots formulating their plan. Week 1 versus the Jets. 17-16 Bills in the closing seconds, 19 seconds left. The Jets in a desperation act to block a punt, make a play, potentially turn the tide of the game. Bring the gunner down, tight to the formation, to rush 9. The Bills counter that by bringing Robert Foster down into a semi-max protect here. The Bills successfully punt and go on to win the game. Week 2 versus the Giants. Bills up 2 touchdowns in the final minute of the game. The Giants bring in the corners to rush 10 on punter Corey Bojorquez. The Bills counter it by bringing in the gunners in a max protect formation. The Bills successfully punt and go on to win the game. Now, 2 things of note here. First of all, that when the ball is kicked, you can see that the Bills gunners are not in a good position to cover the punt. They're late getting off the line of scrimmage because they're in max protect formation, and they're also down in tight, and so there's no one out wide to contain the return. So if this was in the middle of the game, this would be advantage Giants because they would be in a good position to get a solid return in very good field position. But it's not. It doesn't matter in this particular circumstance. But certainly this will come into play in Week 4 against the Patriots. Now the other factor to consider is that the guy that the Patriots picked on, Kevin Johnson, who's at the top of the screen here, he seems a bit confused as to what's going on. Now one might infer from this that there's no procedure in place by the Bills for how to deal with this particular scenario. And secondly, the visual evidence suggests that there's no read that's being made here by punter Bojorquez, who doesn't move his head, or Gunnar Johnson, who's got his back to the punter, about whether the ball should be thrown out to the wide open gunner. And so seeing this, if the Patriots believed that the Bills had no audible to be able to deal with the situation and to act on the fly and to throw the ball to the wide open gunner, well then the risk of bringing in the corners is basically zero. And so perhaps this is a major factor that led to the Patriots making the decision that they did.
It seems fairly safe to assume that the Patriots wouldn't be offering up such a gambit to Bill Belichick, punter crush Johnny Hekker. Heck, Johnny sees man coverage on Josh Reynolds in 2017 versus the Redskins. A tight curl pattern and zap. First down, Rams. Let's revisit the chess move. Since Corey Bojorquez is not Johnny Hekker. White plays. Corners in. 10 men to the line of scrimmage. Check. However, Buffalo doesn't counter with their previous response of gunners in. Because arguably in this case, White is better than they were prior to the maneuvers. Because with 10 men on the interior line of scrimmage, Buffalo can't get out and cover the punt until after it's kicked, giving Gunner Olszewski a good chance at a big return and potentially good field position. So, the Bills instead choose to do nothing at all. But as we see here, nothing at all does not look like a viable response. And of course, it doesn't play out well for the Bills. Back to the punt and chess match. After playing it straight a couple of times, the Patriots come back from halftime. And since the Bills have 4th and 24 here, a lot of yards to pick up to make a first down. Here come the corners again. Lots of space for the gunners out there, but you have to be brave to want to try to pick up 24 yards on 4th down in your own end. And so the Bills make the safe move. And they bring the gunners in. Now, this should solve the punt blocking problem, although it should give the Patriots a chance at a better return. But what we didn't figure, oh yeah, Matthew Slater is on the Patriots. And here he goes. And somehow he completely avoids Patrick DeMarco and gets a line straight at Corey Bojorquez, who maybe sees him out of the corner of his eye, because he then goes ahead and shanks this punt off to the right. And as you can see by the referee here running up the sidelines, oh no. He's coming all the way up here in the Bills territory. First down, Patriots. Now, from another angle, here's Matthew Slater. Somehow, around the end, whoa, like a Pro Bowl pass rusher. And then almost